If someone wants to hold the other end of the rope, one of us could rappel down.
I believe we have pitons.
Pitons?
Pitons.
Titans?
We have scaled a crevasse before.
Well, attempted.
Yes, but rope, as a backup safety, just in cases, usually
Just
helpful.
have a look at me right now. Can you imagine you holding me up?
I would do it.
Alright, I actually don't need to get your nose out of place.
With my trunk alone.
Carry me then, Daxi. Carry me down.
Ugh. Why aren't we going into the cave?
Because it's a big bare mouth, Daxi. That just screams, I'm going to eat you. Does it not?
Possibly.
We haven't been eaten.
Afraid of bears?
Not even once.
Does everyone have dark vision?
Nope.
Yes.
You two do.
Okay. Do the people who have dark vision have average dark vision?
Have the enhanced, or whatever the special one's called. Enhanced, good dark vision, whatever.
If you would like, I could hold the rope while lowering you down, and you could tell us whether or not it is a safe passage.
I was gonna say, I can see up to 90 feet in the dark.
I'm not too hot on numbers, but that's good vision, yeah?
It's pretty far.
That's roughly 9 halberds.
I'm going to put the halberd in the snow and start printing it in the snow. One now.
Sometimes you just gotta put things in barbarian terms.
Describe.
10-foot halberd? That's a huge.
He does have, he has a 10-foot reach.
Yeah, but that's including his arms.
Oh, that's true. Lay your arms out too. Lay your arms in the snow too.
Oh god. Devils, I'm confused right now.
At this point, I think the party should take the halberd into the cave, lie it end over end 9 times, and if we can see the end of it, then we'll know that the halberd's 10 feet.
That's science right there.
Yeah.
And then a monster shows up, and you're like, "Hold on, please. We're measuring right now."
We're doing math, good sir.
Davos Daquin has
started, and your halberd is 80 feet away.
It is 9. It is 9 halberds in the other direction.
We've broken.
You kill Babe. You kill Babe.
Well, I think we should have a look. I think there's not. I don't think there can be much harm in just having a look in there.
Where?
But
Okay.
maybe not.
In
But
the
I'm in the back of this train here, so I can't. It's up to you guys, because I ain't going nowhere side to side.
you do it. You do have.
Well-
It is 10 feet, so you guys can stand side by side on here.
All right. Well,
Wait, are you
If-
sure? Daquin, can you bring your halberd over here?
You laid across.
Okay.
okay. Well, if someone wants to
Yep, I'll do
hold
it.
my rope, I'll go down and take a peek.
Give me a rope.
Okay. I take out my 50-foot rope and I tie it kind of around my waist and then around each thigh to create kind of like a little
Oh, a little harness.
hip harness thing.
Nice.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
gonna take up probably about 5, maybe 6 feet of rope to do that.
Okay.
So I've got 45 feet of rope.
Yeah, it will work no issue. I mean, Daquin's a strong person. You're used to handling and manipulating rope. You probably have experience doing this in some of the darker portions of.
I mean, I've definitely have been in situations where I've had to repel myself.
Right.
A lot harder.
Yeah.
Someone
So
else have it. Yeah.
Yeah, so no issues there. You managed to get to the bottom, and it's difficult terrain. It's unworn, but it seems steady.
You know, if I pull this in right now, she's just gonna floss over tit.
You would have to unfashion the rope probably to like continue to move from your harness. Just because I don't think you'd be able to get like another 10 or 20 feet away. So you're not technically probably still attached to the rope if you wanted to explore a little bit.
I mean, first I just kind of want to poke my head, like, not into the hole, but just kind of like,
Yeah, as you
look
get
around
Is
the
what
wall
we're
kind
trying
of
to
thing.
look at?
Yeah,
I thought,
yeah.
Okay, I've been confused.
It's wrong.
I
Adaxi's-
thought this was like a hole.
Adaxi's still looking at the cave entrance, wondering why no one's facing the same direction that he's facing.
He's trying to calculate how many halberds. Yeah.
So as you get closer, you start you're probably the sense of smell, even in the cold, would with your sense even unshifted, you would start to smell this sort of refuse and sort of like decomposition of some sort of matter, organic matter. That'll just be the theme for tonight. Just organic matter everywhere. You get the sense that this is a waste chute of some sort, and as you look up, you can see it's probably about 20, 30 feet long, but it's pretty steep, and it leads into the side of the mountain. But something has been disregarding organic material down this chute.
Huh.
Blood. You start to see some frozen bits of blood and decay around.
Huh. Well, I guess incinerators aren't exactly available here. So let's just put a hole in the mountain.
Yeah, I mean, the gross stuff has to go somewhere.
I'm gonna look down past me. Can I see? Is there like, do I see the bottom where things would have landed?
Yeah, you kick around through the snow even without having to look too hard. You can see there's sort of bones and the sort of flapping piece of cloth that you saw was attached to bones as well. So there's just all sorts of material here, and you get the sense that anything that was like even edible, even if it was like frozen bits of edible stuff, it maybe had been picked over by scavengers and things like that. But there's some cloth here and there. You can see some bits and pieces of tattered metal.
It's their garbage hole, guys.
I can't really see anything. Is she eating weird things again?
It's the garbage hole, guys. And then I'm gonna like kind of yank on the rope a little bit. Help me back up, Daquin.
Oh.
As you yell back up the mountainside or the cliff face here, it's the garbage chute. You hear it kind of bounce off all of the different caverns around you. Adaxi, before you're able to even move, you kind of hear a sort of like from the inside of the entrance of the cave, you hear this sort of like screech, and then this sense of movement all around you. Kind of not all around you, but come from the inside of the open mouth. And
I think we woke something up.
There goes the element of surprise. Thanks, Maeve.
Maeve, you're probably get about halfway up the cliff when you turn and look back over your shoulder, and you see coming out of that garbage chute, you see a small little head poke out. I'm on the wrong layer here. This sort of like unnaturally, well, not naturally, sort of this scaled reptilian head kind of caresses out of the side of the chute and then looks up at you, and you can see it kind of like flare and lick the air to try and get a sense of what's out in front of you. Odaxi, you see from directly in front of you. Do you have dark vision actually?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll
I
give you.
smell in
I'll
front of
say
me is what you mean.
I'll give you your smell because that seems to be your redeeming feature.
I have big ears too, but no actual benefit.
Yeah, I don't know what.
But I
What-
already heard it anyways.
I don't know what wormlings smell like, but you
Oh,
do
gross.
you do smell the scent of sort of probably refuse of this creature that has maybe perhaps eaten another creature. You get that kind of like blood scent smell in the air as one also approaches you from inside the cave. And with that, we should roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
So make
Oh,
sure
great. I'm hanging off the side of a cliff.
Yeah, you're about probably 20 feet up the cliff.
Totally fine.
So make sure you click your token, roll initiative. I'll get the combat tracker there.
Big ol' zip.
Big old nothing.
What do these guys roll? Get my encounter thing up. Oh boy. Oh boy. My reloader just called again, so God knows what that was about.
We'll get 'em.
What's up?
Do you need to grab that call?
My wife has the phone, so I might just I might let you guys roll initiative real quick and think about what you want to do, and then I'll just jet real quick and just check them with her. Let me get the encounter people here rolled. Tools, encounter builder. My encounters. 7 wormlings. No one batted an eye at that, huh? That's really nice of you all.
We've been around the block.
Yeah, no one even thought twice about that.
My eyebrows raised, but then I mean I've got some bait on a line at the moment, so I'm pretty good.
15. Wormling 1. Oh, if I click them, that actually works. Huh? Well, I'll do it that way. Here. We'll do. Jesus, there's so many buttons to click. Okay. Wow, what are the odds? All right. Ascending? Nope. Descending? Nice try, Odaxi. Okay, yeah. Give me 2 seconds. Daquin, you're up first. Davos, you're up next. Davos,
I thought
Daquin.
we had golf initiative for a second.
You had what for initiative?
Huh?
What? I'll be right back.
I thought. Never mind.
Yeah.
I thought golf scoring for initiative.
You literally have 0 for initiative.
Yeah.
Crikey, mate. That's about how you going.
I'm excited for a sequel of a game that I played a ton back in 2004 called Evil Genius.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it comes out on Tuesday. It's like a base builder game. You're an evil genius, like James Bond, or more like Austin Powers villainy. That kind of cartoonish style, and agents and stuff try to come in and steal your stuff, and you have to set up traps and henchmen and all kinds of stuff to stop them. It's really
cool.
They're really fun games. I haven't played the old one. It's so long, but I've been really excited for this second one. Long time coming. I hope it's good.
Ugh. This beer I'm drinking is called Derail, so I'm about to go nuts in this game.
There you go. All right. All right, Daquin, what's the play? So you have dangling beneath you is Maeve, and you would see as well over her shoulder this sort of like smaller lizard-looking creature kind of emerging from the poop hole that she identified earlier.
You mean it's Horde?
What?
I think I'm just going to pull up Maeve as fast as mentorily possible.
Make a strength check.
Strength or athletics?
Yeah, athletics is fine. You always correct. You know better than I do.
Just do the right thing.
Just do the right thing, Daquin. Yeah, with the 17 and 20 foot, Maeve, he was kind of before just kind of pulling in the slack while you walked up the side. But then he looks over your shoulder and you start to see him kind of panic, and he just lifts and starts to, like, you feel the ropes kind of like squeeze on your thighs a little bit. But he rips you kind of up the side of this mountain, and you kind of pop over and get your feet under you. But you're up. So I'll move you kind of like right here. Don't forget, guys, you can use alts this game to kind of put yourself wherever you want. And we'll fudge the distancing as best as we need to.
I would love to see you actually do that. And,
That's your action.
yep. I'm just going to move over here.
Okay.
Yep, that's me.
Is this the only enemy we see so far?
I
can't see the one in here.
Yeah, Davos, you can see through darkness, can't you? Here, I'll just give you a
Absolutely.
little difference.
120 feet.
Oh my god.
That's so many halberd.
Why didn't I was gonna test our 90
So-
before bringing it up to intermediate mode?
So many halberds.
Imagine if we had a Twilight Cleric that had 300 feet night vision.
Oh, jeepers.
Oh man.
Just have all the dark vision. All of it. No one else would be able to
No
have
one even.
any.
Yeah.
They can give it to people.
I'm sorry, I'm just gonna do some polygon reveal nonsense. Don't mind me. Okay, that's about what you see. So Davos, you can see a creature kind of like clawing with a small set of wings on its back. These aren't very large creatures, but they're not small either. Like, and you can see kind of the tongue flicker into the distance. You're done, right, Daquin?
Yep.
Guys, I didn't start the fighting music. God. Now we can fight. Okay. Davos, you're up. This creature is kind of like clawing, and you can see it like working around very naturally around some of the geographical rocks in that sort of in the area inside the mouth.
Yeah. I am going to cast Firebolt at the one that I see.
Okay. Is it a save or is that a attack roll?
No.
It's
I
attack
rolled
roll,
a
right?
24.
Yes.
Yes.
That will hit. 5 damage.
I don't like starting out strong with good rolls, guys. I don't like the way it's going. I don't like it one bit.
Let's see. Okay. Yeah. So
I'll say to Adaxi, it's right there.
Adaxi, you see this sort of like not small but not large, like flaming firebolt kind of erupt from Davos's hand, and as it shoots into the room, it kind of illuminates sort of the room very briefly. And it strikes.
And I could see where the dude was.
Make a perception check. I'll give you a free perception check just because maybe you caught a glimpse. Yeah.
Elephants have very good memories.
You just don't even make up stats. You're just making things up at this point.
But an elephant never forgets.
It's not an elephant. This is a loxodon, so they forget everything from what I read. Okay. You saw something. It was kind of hard. Kind of hard to make out. So let me see. What was it? 5 damage? Okay.
Yeah.
The creature, though, as soon as it takes his firebolt across the side of it, you guys hear. Actually, you do hear a sort of like a screech in the cave, and then as you're looking and trying to track and figure out where this thing is, it plops down from over the mouth of the bear cave that like covers the entrance, and then drops down in front of you. And you see this sort of like draconic like figure, like a little mini baby dragon, drop down in front of you. It's probably smaller than you, honestly, but it's still got that sort of like eerie presence, like carnal presence about it. It is going to. Yeah, it's gonna. I mean, it's got great positioning here. What's its movement? 30. It's gonna do its cold breath. So it like reels back, and you see kind of this flutter of scales around its mouth, and this sort of like inhale of air, and then this expulsion of blue icy frost shards in your direction. So 15 feet. Oh, but everything is 5, 10, 15. I will say. Oh, we're just gonna have to fudge the math today, guys, because I don't really have a good grid to be super accurate. I will say it maybe can't get to Daquin around the corner there, but it can get to Daxi, Maeve, and Davos. Each creature must make. I need a Constitution saving throw from you three.
Okay.
16 saves. 8 does not.
Come on, roll.
Remember, you wanted to ask you every time. This is you created this. 8 does not save either. You guys take 26 cold damage.
What?
Oh!
That's so much.
Very good. Very good.
Jeepers!
And there's another one.
Is that like most of your health, Davis?
Sure is.
Uh-huh.
I have 27.
Oh my god.
Daxi, you take
Everything's
half.
fine.
Actually, Daxi, you take half, and I think Daxi, you only have 27 hit points because you guys were in a fight in the last
Right,
game.
I have 27. That's right.
So you take half as much, which is 13. As Davos kind of like shoots his firebolt, and seconds later, this creature kind of jumps in front of you, Daxi, and pours this sort of this frost breath back at you, and you see to your right, Davos just collapses.
Oh, I'm hanging. I've got one left.
Oh, you got one.
But-
Oh, it's 26. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so
Looking pretty much like an icicle.
he collapses, but you see him like kind of like just very, very gingerly kind of push himself out of the ground and stand back up. And he looks over at you, and everything about his beard is like frozen, and like he can barely even see, and swollen looking in the face. Jesus Christ, that was awesome. Yeah, I could kill some people. That's what I need to just kill some players today. That's what I want to do. Okay, Maeve, you're up next.
Wait, we did point high, right? Christopher.
Yeah. I don't remember. You have to ask Maeve. She's the one she just went through that process.
Of what? Sorry, I didn't hear.
Point by. I don't even remember all the rules for making a character. If we did standard, we did standard, didn't we?
I don't know.
Oh,
This was
Yeah.
a while ago.
This is years ago
the
at this
last time
point.
we played was a month ago. So
I know. You're up,
I
Maeve.
think- Oh, I'm up. Okay. Yeah. I'm just sorry, which one? Which one?
This one
breathed
here's the
on
one
us,
that breathed on you. Yeah.
Okay. And the one down here, what does it look like it's up to?
It is crawling out of that hole, and it is eyeballing probably you, since you're the first person that maybe saw kind of get pulled up the side of that mountain really quickly.
Okay. Still got a little bit of. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a shot at the one that breathed on me. Now,
Okay.
if I remember correctly, I get to take 2 shots, right?
I think you have to go before it in the turn order, don't
Oh,
you?
do I?
Yeah, isn't that the rule? I don't
think
know.
it's an action that she gets on a turn.
I don't know.
Oh,
It's
I
on my
just
first turn. At the start of your first turn of each combat,
okay. Yeah,
my
go for it
walking
then.
Speed increases by 10,
Oh,
and
I literally don't know the rules of this game,
I
so
can make an additional attack action
I trust you.
that deals an extra D8 damage
Jesus.
of the weapon's damage type on a hit.
Maybe I should pay more attention when you guys
We're
make
out here to
characters.
kill. We're out here to kill.
Just the one who just knock 3 people for 26 HP.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, first attack.
Yeah.
Mm.
Confidence oozing out.
That sounds exactly like what a bow that didn't fire the right way would sound like. Someone-
Darn! Oh, a 24 very much hits.
Okay.
Ooh, 13. As is
13.
this dragon creature in front of you opens his mouth to exhale this breath, you see Maeve, an arrow actually comes through Davos's frozen beard and pierces like the top mouth of the of this wormling as it exhales his breath, and you can see it recoil in pain. Yeah, it's like trying to, it like bites down and like snaps the back end of the arrow out, but you can see it kind of like snapping around trying to get this lodged arrow out of its mouth. That hurt.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and fire my second shot at this one.
The main one, right? The same one.
No, the
No, she
one
picked
at
the
the
other
bottom
one.
of the
Okay,
cliff.
go ahead.
Yeah. Oh boy.
18 hits, yeah.
Yay. And it does an extra d8, so I'll have to roll a d8. So there's that. That didn't roll the extra d8, did it? No, just the one. Okay. And then plus a d8. So
Okay.
11 damage to that one.
Nice. Okay. Like Legolas from Lord of the Rings, Maeve just releases 3 arrows, one in front of her and 2 behind her. As this sort of wormling just comes out of the cave and is like still kind of snarling, 2 arrows catch it like in the neck area, penetrating through the scales. It looks angrily up at Maeve as it starts to get ready to make its way towards you. Anything else? Movement or bonus action? Jesus, that was just your action.
Those are my actions. I need to learn this game better. I don't know what possible bonus actions I have
Yeah.
if I'm not a rogue.
You can click bonus action and it'll tell you. Not to be an asshole, but it does. There is like a bonus action
There you go,
section.
bonus action. Okay. I'm not 2-weapon fighting. No, I'm not casting a spell, and I'm not shifting. So yeah, I have no bonus action. But that's fine. I'm gonna move. And because my walking speed increases by 10, I have 40 feet of movement. So I'm gonna move over here.
Perfect.
Right? Because that each square is 10 feet, you said, right? So that's
Yep.
only 30 feet. I'm gonna move here.
Okay. Great.
There we go. Yep.
Which is a smart move because this creature, as you know, is probably about 20 feet below you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, 20, 30 feet below you, and that's probably 30 feet away. What's their speed here? Oh, wow. Pretty fucking quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, as you start to move away, you can see this creature erupt out of here, and it shoots across 30 here, and then flies up 30 feet on the cliff, which is about here. As it starts to like fly at the side of the mountain, it realizes it's still not close enough, so it's going to come all the way up here, and it's going to. I don't know if it tries to eat Davos or it tries to fly for Maeve. It probably tries to fly for Maeve, so it's going to spend the rest of its movement to get here. But it can't do any actions because it had to spend all of its action using its movements. Yeah, that was good. Good that you moved away there because it would have probably would have killed you and Davos and Odaxi by just breathing on you. Yeah.
Does it get past my melee attack range? Like, it's 5 feet away from me, but that's 10 feet, yeah.
I'll say the nature of the path, the travel, it would go by you probably, yeah. It would come up and shoot by you. I would say it probably wouldn't get near Davos or Daxi just because they're like, it's going to follow Maeve as it kind of comes around, but I would say it comes by you, so you would get an attack of opportunity if you wanted.
Thank you, Watson.
If you wanted. You don't have to take it, You can save your reaction for other things.
I cannot do that as of yet. So I would like to hit it if I can.
Okay.
15 hit. does a 16 hit? Can't
A 16 does hit. I'm sorry. Yes. Did you not go before? Were you at the top of the order and I missed you?
No, I reached up Maeve like the hero.
Oh,
he
that's
pulled me
right.
up.
Thank
that
you.
I am.
Thank you.
What a hero.
All right, we don't need the whole.
Could've
We don't.
dangled there and
We don't know. We don't. We don't need the
but-
whole. We don't need the whole speech. I just needed to know that you.
Heroically saved.
All right, that's a great hit. As it sort of slides by, Daquin, now like kind of like dropping the rope, pulls out its halberd, and just kind of extends it as the wormling flies by, and you can see it just scratches the side, like penetrating the scales all the way down as it comes across. It shrieks as it flies by. Now looking at both you and Maeve as potential threats.
So that's 10 feet.
10 feet. Up next is Odaxi.
I'm gonna heal Davos
Okay.
with second rank cure wounds.
You're keeping track of your spell slots in D&D Beyond, right?
Yeah, this is my last
Okay.
second rank spell.
Hmm.
Worst fucking roll.
Was it 2 1s?
That's the that's the bottom.
Well, I wanted a 7, so like it balanced in a weird
No,
way.
that's okay.
But yeah, but
But it said it's red though.
because you got 1
Does that
1,
mean-
it's just one of the rolls was a
Right.
1, but your other one was a 7. So like if
Oh,
you roll 2d8, it's like that's not terrible
That's
actually.
what it was. It should have been 2d8.
It was, yeah. All right, but that's like half of Davos's hit points anyway. So you know, all things being equal.
Oh, I have this thing whenever I didn't click cast. That's why. Okay, I checked the slot off.
Okay, you good?
That's
That's a bonus. Oh, that is an
That's
action.
a regular action, but
Yeah.
I do have a bonus action. I can do another heal.
It cannot be
Oh right,
a spell
it can't
slot.
be a
It can
spell.
only be a cantrip. Yeah.
Never mind then.
So I mean,
That's all I'm doing.
if you wanted to, I could let you healing word as a bonus action at level 2.
No, I can't.
Oh, you don't have healing word?
I don't have any slots.
I was gonna say instead of doing cure wounds, like if you want to retcon it, I'll let you do it, but I'll
Why?
sit.
Because healing worms is not a cantrip either, though.
But if you use a bonus action, then you can cast an action cantrip if you want. Like, so you see what I'm saying? So like you can use a bonus action spell at a level
Yeah, but
2.
my intention was to heal him as much as I could. So
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
I think I'll just go with that. And then
Okay.
moving away from this would be a bad idea. So
Probably.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Daquin back at the top. A wormling is like shot past you and has gone after Maeve, and you see Davos you see gets stitched up as Odaxi puts his hand on him and sort of like transfers this healing energy to him. Everyone but you is looking rough.
Yeah, that'd be a bit of a dilemma. But then if I go over there, I group up, but then Maeve's by herself. Oh man. Okay. I'm going to go here,
Mm-hmm.
behind the wormling, right?
So-
as a bonus
so you-
action.
Okay. Your flanking gives you +2 to a hit.
Oh.
Right? Have we been playing that way? If we haven't been playing that way, we are now.
Yep.
I've heard it. Definitely heard it before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Works for enemies too. John snickers as he says it.
No.
I would like to recklessly attack this wormling and try to divide it, please.
Okay. Please roll recklessly.
Luckily.
How would you... Okay, that 20 hits, yeah.
Yep.
Roll damage. 11 damage.
Mm-hmm.
It is not enough to divide it, but it looks very injured.
I'm afraid that's all I've got. So that is my turn.
Okay. Davos, you're up. You shot a firebolt at a dark creature about 60 feet away from you, and then in seconds that creature apparated in from you and blew the coldest breath that you've ever felt in your entire life in your face.
Yes,
How-
I recall. Thank
how-
you.
yeah, well, I'm just that's my job is to just keep up with what goes on in the games.
I so with this one specific, the one in front of us, is that within melee range? So like, do I have to roll with disadvantage with a range spell?
I will say, I think and again, we're fudging this some because of the lines.
He was
I think
just out of range.
I think
He was
you
in
were
range.
you were about 10 feet back, so you were not actually in melee range with this wormling.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast a Chaos Bolt at 2nd level.
Wow. And it's psychic damage. 25 hits. 23 destroys the wormling. So how do you want your psychic damage to kind of affect it?
I want it to like go mad and run in. Like I want it to like run into the teeth of the bear cave.
Oh wow! Good for you.
Also, the energy jumps from one to another.
Okay, what's the distance?
30 feet. And it says 15 on the map.
And I'll double it. And I'll double it and give you 30.
Yeah, so blast that guy with 23 as well.
No, really?
Yeah.
You
Yeah, it's the
monster.
No, it.
Is that because of the 2nd level, or because
No,
you killed it?
if you roll the same number on the
Ah.
on the damage rolls, like so, like it's 7 and 7, then it bounces from one to the other.
No way.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
All right. Would you like both of these things to kind of do the same thing?
Oh yeah, right in the teeth.
So, Daquin, as you pivot, it kind of like to help Maeve with this sort of attacking creature and Daxi in front of you. This same creature is like the same type of creatures in front of you, recovering from the arrows. You see Davos to your right kind of start to conjure and manifest this energy, and as he releases it, it almost doesn't even seem like it affects the creatures in front of you. They seem fine for a moment, and then it starts to shake its head back and forth, and their body is kind of convulsing, and as they start to panic and pivot and fly around, both of them are starting to to wrap and fly in the air around the mouth of the cave, and in a moment maybe trying to absolve themselves of this painful energy inside their head. You see both dive on the two teeth that make this sort of bare mouth entrance, and spearing themselves, almost splitting themselves in two, because these are large, sharp boulders. Their kind of bodies like twinge and twist for a moment, and the tails kind of flop lifeless on the side. And that's Dallas.
That's my devils.
Very nice.
What do you want to do? Here, I'll move these guys. Dead
How are the
person there.
conditions of the body?
I will say, because they dive bombed on a sharp rock, it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. They both got beat up pretty bad too before that. Like with arrow. You scraped the shadow one on the side. They're hurting. They're internally eviscerated. So I'm assuming you, being you, want to scavenge the scales in some way, shape, or form and make me figure out how the hell you can actually make them into something.
To make boots out of it.
If you would like to try and salvage.
Scale of it.
It was scale, savage, and savage at the same time. It was never going to work. If you'd like to salvage some of the scales, I would ask you to make a survival check. Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to triple S these scales. Boom!
The one that you had attacked, you find, you see this sort of young this young draconic animal of sorts, and having had struck it and then 2 arrows kind of piercing the face, there's actually not a lot of usable material. But the other one that had really only got hit by a firebolt, an arrow to the mouth, and then decided to choke on a sharp rock. You can find a handful of young scales. So I would say add. All right, I tell you what. Let's do the rolls here. I don't have anything. Roll a d8.
Certainly.
All right, you find 7. 7 young dragon scales. They're very pliable. They're very flexible. But having just dealt with these creatures, they can't withstand a lot of damage in their current state.
Would I be able to salvage or collect my 2 arrows since both of them are right here?
Oh,
I think he said one of them broke.
The one that entered the mouth, he broke it off when he came down. I will say roll a survival check as well. Let's see how many you can kind of come back with. You're able to get one. As you start to pull the other one out, you pull back and the actual wooden part comes, but the blade stays embedded in the dragon. So I mean, you can, if you want to use that for anything, you have that piece with the feather and the tail and the stalk. I'm not a Fletcher.
Shaft.
Stop it.
It is.
Yeah, sure. No,
No,
just,
it is
yeah,
what
it
it's
is.
called.
It is. I was sorry. So you have that piece,
Just talking about shaft.
but you don't have the arrowhead.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Odaxi, as you kind of like process everything that's happened and look inside the cave, immediately you can kind of see that in front of you, there's these sort of like cracked pieces of shell in front of you.
Eggs.
Perhaps.
How close are they? Can I walk up?
They're right in this area here, I believe. Let me double check for you. You see small bits and pieces up here. Nothing too large. They're mixed in with some of the stone, and you kind of get a sense of like, oh, like this may be that smell that I was catching earlier. That sort of that weird that weird organic material smell. You know what I'm talking about? Like, just but there's only small, tiny bits of pieces here in the entrance.
Okay. Around here.
Yep.
Or is this still like really dark in here?
It's dark, yeah. I mean, it's dark, so you don't see them until you kind of get in. And again, some of them kind of almost even look like snow, so it's barely visible.
I have a feeling that here there be dragons.
Mm-hmm. And 2 of them are marked as a signpost now on the side
Apparently.
of
Yes.
Yeah, it's a warning to other travelers.
Yeah, we helped. Yeah.
Do
good
we,
job.
do we maybe want to, sit on our butts for a little bit and maybe patch ourselves up a little bit? Because, ow.
Think we can make a camp here at the mouth of the cave? We have stuff.
I'll do whatever you guys want to do.
Would probably be a good idea.
It's up to you. Would you guys like to take a little short rest here at the mouth of the cave?
Yeah.
I mean,
Do we get
if everybody wants to.
Do we get HP back from that too?
So you get to spit hit dice, depending on how many hit
That's
dice you have available. And you can choose, so you can choose however many you want to use, and you get half back at a long rest, I believe, right? I don't take a lot of short rest in many of my campaigns, to be honest with you.
Honest. What are you saying?
I just
Well,
don't.
how long have we been traveling? Like, what time of day does it seem to be?
So if you guys spent the night in Bryn Shander, the next morning you got up and you decided to pursue Torrga because you found out that her caravan was missing, right? You probably pursued her caravan for 3-4 hours before you stumbled on the crazy zombie berserkers, and then after that fight, we're I'm teleported here. It's only been 5 hours probably since wake up.
This is gonna be a long day. Alright. So, we taking a short rest?
Yeah, I think so.
Okie dokie.
Right? Everyone?
I'll
To
do
quit.
whatever you guys want.
I think so.
All right, roll your hit die.
Is that on
So
our D&D Beyond sheet somewhere?
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
at the top. If you, I think
under
there's
short rest.
there's an option to take
I
just
see
a
it.
short rest.
Thank you.
And you should be able to select how many you want to roll, and and
I think
it should
that's
keep
what this is.
it should keep track of all that. I'd have to pull up a character to actually look. Oh, Davos.
Told you I didn't like.
Oh, Davos.
So does that mean I get back 9?
Yep. You only did one hit die?
Well, I
Yeah.
did. I don't know. I thought I was gonna ask, and
Yeah, let me
didn't.
see. I actually don't even remember, guys.
I could just do another one. Right?
Broken.
You could, yeah.
Broke.
So that's 6 health back for Davos.
Here we go. We're pushing it.
Are you going to spend them all?
I'm just.
I'm just rolling those 3.
You just let me know when you're done. Everyone just let me know when you're done.
So I'm gonna. I did 2, so I'm gonna check off 2 and then say take short rest.
Sure. I literally have never done this with D&D Beyond, so...
Yeah, so I did. So I did that. Yeah.
Okay.
I
And
get no spell slots, huh?
No, not only certain classes get spell slots back at rest. A short rest. Like, I think literally, like, just Warlock. Does Sorcerer get anything back?
No.
Okay.
You can count divinity back if you used it. But,
You do get some of your feature abilities, like Channel Divinity may come back. You'd have to look. Okay. I'm going to trust you guys are doing your own math here. So let's see. Maeve, you're getting back 15.
15.
Dallas, you're getting back.
I'm at 27 now.
I got 13 back.
Okay.
3.
You got 13 as well, Odaxi? Plus 13. Plus 15. Oh, you're over, so you're at 36. And then, what did you do? Did you even need him, Daquin?
I was a little bit down.
Oh, I wasn't. Oh, did you heal yourself already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, you're good. You're good. Okay. So as you guys kind of like, curl up in the face of this mountain, too scared to venture really beyond this and see what else may be there, but also trying to like break from the
Nobody said that.
Well, come on, we know, I know, right? Like, you don't have to lie to me. I'm on your side. But trying to avoid that sort of whipping wind that comes on the outside of the mountain, as you guys huddle up, and during this time you watch as Daquin try and hacks away some of the scales. You are able to rest and recover some hit points without any issue, really. It's been about 20 minutes or so. The cave lies before you.
Are we gonna do this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Leroy!
I'm going ahead first.
I
because
mean, we
right
could
now-
always try to go back down the mountain the other way, but all right.
What do
Daquin
you
just
mean
kind
the
of.
other way? Oh, you mean just leave the cave? Or the mountain, whatever this is. Don't even venture forth.
Just take off.
All right,
Jeez, I don't know. Where's your sense of adventure?
as
We
you
got
step
frozen.
as you step in, you see pretty expansive sort of cave. Let me make sure I don't miss anything here. Yeah, expansive sort of cave here. I'll just reveal the rest of the cave.
Are we climbing up or down?
This is up here, so where you're at. So like as you're looking now, looking down, and as you look down, you see that the cave opens up, and in the back over here, you see these ramshackle cells of some like jail cells almost in the back. You're about 20 foot high, and the top of the chamber, you look up and you see these look almost like stalactites, but you realize they're made of ice. These like natural icicles, and this tall domed roof. To the north, there are these rusty iron gates. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I'm just teasing you. You see these rusty iron gates to the north. And then the hallway continues to your left over here. I forget you guys can't ever see shit when I do it this way, but there we go. And you can see the path as well extends down this way. And I say this way, a path this way, and the rusty gates up here. What do you want to do?
And those cells look to be empty?
Make a perception check because it's dark vision. Okay. Daquin rushes forward. Daquin rushes forward, and you hear him kind of answer back. I won't even make him yell because I'm nice. That they are in fact empty.
Okie dokie.
As you're walking, Daquin yells again, and 4 more wormlings come and circle you all. No.
Bring it.
As you start to come down from this 20-foot sort of area that overlooks the cells, you see more of these bits of bluish white eggshell scattered around this area here.
Oh. Yeah,
right?
there are gonna be more dragons. We're in a fucking mess.
And then down this hallway.
Daquin, you look down
Right to my torch.
to the hallway down there, and you do have dark vision, right? Like it's only a Daxi that
Nope.
doesn't. You don't have dark vision.
Minotaur does not have one.
All right. Well, you don't see much. You see an empty sort of room open up in front of you, but that's all you can really tell.
Tavos, do you see anything
What
ahead?
do I see?
You see the poop chute. So you see a large hole that opens
Roll a
up.
little bit, Quinn.
Oh, right, okay. That's far enough. I bet this. Right, I'll go here.
A little bit more.
Right. Sorry.
You see the large opening that looks like refuse was used to be discarded down. And now as you get closer, smells like refuse used to be discarded down.
Uh-huh,
I'm
I
gonna
will
take
leave.
a peek around this corner, up this corridor.
All right. You know, let me open up both maps here, so I don't have to keep going back and forth. There we go. From where you're standing, you see this hallway break into 3 different paths forward here. You see one to the right, one to the left, and one forward.
gods we're gonna get lost.
No, we're not.
Wait, we have a Minotaur with us. Good thing they're good in labyrinth.
I'm not really a minotaur. I'm an elf.
Daquin also has no clue what that reference is even to. He would have no understanding what a labyrinth is. Barely understands what a minotaur is.
You talk about like Jim Henson?
Chicken. Before I leave this waste shoot.
It smells terrible, by the way. Go ahead.
Well, I mean,
It reeks of blood and filth.
sounds like heaven to me. Is there any more eggs here?
No,
Like, no eggs.
nothing in this room.
I'm out. So we only got like how many eggs have we found in total?
You would have to make a nature check to try and determine, because you're only finding shells. So to determine the size and shape and number, you need to think.
Ooh. Old cow.
You don't know much about dragons, but you putting together some of the size of the creatures you fought, and the number of shells laying around, you figure there's about, I don't know, two shells worth here, and judging by the discoloration, how the bluish tint has started to turn to like a whiter tint. These have been hatched a while ago, like years ago. 3 years, 2 years or so.
So if I was to put on my detective hat,
Uh-huh.
I would say there's 2 eggs, right? 2 flying, flapping lizards. 2 cells. Somebody used these as pets. So whatever's further on in the cave is bigger and badder. Possibly a bear. A bear in charge of flying lizards.
A bear is the scariest thing you can think of.
Well, look at that big, bare, scary opening over there. Do you imagine something that large trying to jump on you, Maeve? Maybe I should just tie you up again and throw you towards it as bait. And try and lure them out.
I like to picture Daquin's just rambling kind of behind all of you, and no one's really listening to this. He's just kind of like, everyone's kind of like pressing forward and looking ahead, and he's just on this sort of like monologue.
Oh my god,
And
I've been muted
that's
this whole
exactly
time.
what's happening as I'm stepping forward, and I'm gonna use all of my senses to really see what I can figure out, if
Sense
there's
what you can
sense
sense.
that's coming from any direction, if there's
Sure.
any sounds, if there's
Sure,
anything.
make a perception check. Daxi, what were you saying?
So I basically was laughing on from let me put my detective hat on onward.
Sure.
And I wanted to try to deduce the size of these as well, but it seems like we already maybe did it.
I'll say that as you and Daquin are in this room deducing it, you're saying all these things, and he's just repeating them louder.
Yeah.
To try and think that he's the one that noticed them.
That makes more sense.
So as you're kicking around the eggshells, you're like, man, looks like about 2 or 3 eggs worth. And then you hear Daquin behind you. I think it's about 2 or 3 eggs worth. And then there's quiet. And then Odaxi says under his breath, probably even correlates with the ones that we've seen behind us. And Daquin, yeah, they're probably the same one. And it just goes on as he's following you around. Maeve, as you stand in sort of this 3-way path forward, and you try and just tune out the noise behind you, to your right, you catch the smell of more blood and gore and kind of ichor and organic material, right? To really drive home the title for today's episode. To your left, you smell like the faintest scent of smoke, and you hear almost like a crackling of a fire. And in front of you, you don't really get the sense of anything specific. Those two competing senses are kind of are overrunning, overpowering you. You've got the sense of blood to your right, and then that sort of ashy, smoky sense. And with the 23, even the fire to your left doesn't. It's not as strong and as familiar as you would expect it to be.
Okay. And the gore that I can smell from the right, is it fresh or is it older?
You get mixtures of both. Yeah, you would
Okay.
you would catch sort of this visceral, like, immediate smell, and maybe even hear the faint motion in the distance, and but you can also tell there's been decay or something there for a while, like in 100 years you would still be able to piece out that something had been, bled or eaten in that direction. It's that kind of lingering smell. Yeah, it's pretty powerful.
Okay. Yeah. Go back to the group and relay that information.
Yeah, Daxi, you would pick up on both pretty quickly. That's once she points it out. The nose knows.
So we've got
Okay.
dead stuff and something moving in the dead stuff to the right, and we've got a crackling fire on the left. Did it smell like there was a lot of smoke, like this was a prolonged fire, or did
No,
it?
that's what's weird. It's like it didn't. It smelled steady, but unnatural.
Unnatural fire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it doesn't smell like wood is burning.
No.
Okay.
I mean, stinky or smellless fire, I don't know. Which way do you think we should go, Maeve?
I have no idea. I know there's more dead things on the right and something moving in those dead things. And then there's an unnatural fire to the left. Those scents were so strong there, I couldn't pick anything up from straight ahead.
I think
That was which way?
I think most of what we're experiencing is pretty unnatural. Like, we don't even know how we got here. So I'd say my vote is for unnatural fire.
Unnatural fire, here we come.
Daquin, roll a dexterity saving throw. I'm just kidding.
Freaking.
Got him. No, I'm just joking.
Oh, okay.
Is that the direction you guys go?
I'm
I'm
with
up
everyone
with-
else.
All right. Ooh.
Oh, I see it.
As you guys turn the corner to your left, hundreds of icicles cling to this tall ceiling. It's like 10, 12 feet high, in this frost rimed chamber. It's bathed in this flickering blue light. The light source is a blue flame, and it kind of crackles in this like stone brazier that stands against the far wall. The white smoke that rises above it coalesces every few seconds into the form of a woman, and then dissipates as the image is fleeting.
Seems
If I
like
go up-
our expertise, Devils.
Yeah, if I go up to that, is it just an image, or does it seem to notice?
The image is different each time in terms of like the orientation of the body posture, but it doesn't seem to like react as you get closer. It doesn't like it doesn't do it like it doesn't recognize you as being there, but it's the image is a form of a woman and seemingly in different postures.
If I say something to it, does it react?
Oh, what do you say?
Hey yo.
No, it does not react to your cat calling.
Baby.
Yeah, I would just say hello.
Nothing.
When it appears again, I punch it.
The smoke?
Yeah.
Your hand pushes through the smoke. The figure of the woman dissipates around you and reforms again in a couple of seconds.
I don't recognize this image of a woman at all, do I?
No, I don't think so. No.
Besides, being blue and summoning visions, is there anything like weird about the fire?
That's as good as it gets, my friend. I'm sorry. I don't know what else you want from this adventure, right? I've given you a blue fire and a woman appears every 5 seconds. Like I got nothing else for you.
I put it in my pocket. Can I light a torch with this fire?
Okay. So you stick an unlit torch inside of it.
Yeah.
As you pull back, the entire tip of the torch is encased in ice.
Ice fire.
Say friends
Classic.
are classic. Friends, this is not your average fire.
I'm pretty sure I said that, but okay.
Whatever, Maeve.
Oh, God, Daquin, I've missed you. Should we like put it out? I don't know.
You want me to try
And
and
how
tip
would
it over?
you put out frozen fire?
With
Nothing.
actual
Real fire.
fire?
Yeah, with real fire.
Oh my gosh.
Can I cast Sacred Flame on it?
You can. And as what type of damage is Sacred Flame though, isn't it?
It's
Radiant.
Yeah. So as you shoot radiant energy into the fire, it recoils a bit, but doesn't seem to have any sort of immediate effect.
How about Firebolt?
Okay. Firebolt does seem to distort this blue flame more. It takes longer. Like it almost like you hear this like almost like a pop when the heat and whatever is in this fire collides. And there's a moment where it seems dimmer, but then it returns to its like original form. It seems like it's back to normal.
do we think
What does she look like?
5'10", blonde hair. No. You see before you, a, yeah, that's one of the things they don't really put in the notes for you. You see a very abstract, jagged image of a more feminine figure. So, without you see the very very slender like legs and arms and even the torso. and there's almost like a hood or like a cowl over the image, that prevents you from seeing anything beyond like in the face, or like any discernible features. I tell you what, roll a perception check.
Okay.
In a brief glimpse, as you try to as you get closer and try and see under this cowl, under this hood, for a moment and only once, you see these yellow eyes looking in the distance, with a black retina looking back at you, and then it's gone. And try as you might, when you try to get a different angle on this feminine figure in the smoke, you can't quite capture that again.
I like to think in that moment my eyes like flash and shift.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, definitely. I
Just
could see
kind
that.
of like triggered.
Instinctively,
and
right?
Like, yeah, unconsciously just
Yeah.
kind of happens.
So we could assume this thing is magical in nature then.
Is
You
the
can
smoke-
assume whatever you want.
Yeah.
I don't
Is
know.
the smoke coming from it like fragrant, or is it? You just said it was odd, right?
It's not very fragrant. It's just not. It's not smoke from
It's
a
not
campfire.
wood.
You know what I mean? Like yeah, right. You don't smell something burning. But it's not like it doesn't smell like particularly anything else to you. If that makes any sense.
Well, I don't. What do we think the purpose of this fire is?
Thank you. I'm going to get a run up.
I'm gonna back up.
Try and knock this brazier over with my headbutt horn. Slash.
Oh,
Okay.
you're just gonna
Oh my
charge this
God.
thing? The stone?
Yep.
Fuck yes. Let's see here. Okay. Make a attack roll.
20 feet. Certainly.
Oh boy.
14 hit a brazier.
14 hits. Sure, 7 damage as you see Daquin kind of like ass Maeve and like push her to the side, and begins to charge forward. He makes incredible contact with the brazier, and by all accounts, it's kind of impressive. The brazier doesn't move, and Daquin's head deep dives into the snow, snowy, icy ground in front of him. As you guys kind of like look over his dizzy, barely conscious person, you see there's not a scratch against this thing. He didn't even dent it.
Oh, I've never met a brazier that I can't knock over before.
I throw a snowball into it.
While that's happening, I'm gonna look at the walls around the brazier.
Sure. The snowball passes through and comes out much sturdier than before. It's now like an ice ball, and you almost hit Odaxi standing on the other side, and then it collapses against the side of the wall, and there's this shattering of ice. You just see like tons of icicles to the ceiling, Maeve. There's no discerning features around the wall. There's no markings, nothing of that nature. Just this flickering blue light in a relatively small cavernous room. Smoke rising up at the top of the ceiling, it kind of wraps around these icicles, almost like a misty sort of hippie vibe kind of going on up there.
All right, well, she's not hurting anyone just being there. Let's leave her alone.
Yeah, I mean, at this point.
You
All
heard
right,
me.
so then mystery hallway or blood and gore?
Oh, gore
And
room.
something moving.
Yeah. Yeah, gore room for sure.
Mystery hallway.
Flip a coin.
Feel free. Gonna step out of the way. Go ahead. Have fun.
I am going to blindly. Oh, Davos is going ahead. Go, Davos. Oh, me? Okay. I want to go up.
No one's gonna
The
not follow you, so
The blood is this way, and I don't know what's that way.
he's
Mystery.
interested in mystery.
I'm quite a detective today.
He's
Do you not hear me solve the solution of the X?
Daquin literally sees nothing as he starts to look forward into the pitch black darkness.
and I'm conscious of his reputation, whispering what I can see into his ear.
Okay.
I said I lit it earlier, but
Oh, did you light a torch?
Yeah.
Well, if you lit it in the blue fire, it's nothing.
no, I said I lit it down.
Oh, okay, okay. As you start to come across come across this area, you see death. No.
Death. That's what I wanted. Mystery is always death. Oh.
10-foot high room. Again, frost nipping on the walls, almost creating this sort of like reflective diamond-like look back at you. There's a 10-foot fissure under you, and a frost-covered wooden plank covers that gap. There's a lot of traffic around here, and you see in the distance 4 sleeping pallets. These sort of furs on the floor, pressed up against that northwest wall. And you see to the right, the northeast portion of the cavern, a wooden pail, probably used as a chamber pot.
Oh. My detective hat is tingling again. There's 4 beds. There's 4 of us. Maybe we own the dragons. Or the wormling thingies. Well,
Or maybe whatever I hear moving in the room with the gore also sleeps here.
whatever, Maeve. Whatever. Clearly one of us is right.
Maeve Daquin has never been wrong about a
Well-
mystery.
We will just have to go into the gore room and find out who's right.
I whispered to Daquin,
Hmm?
she's trying to trick us.
You gonna plant that seed into Quinn's head?
I kinda got that vibe when she was chewing on somebody's fingers or something earlier. Looked like she was
What?
chewing it.
It's reverse psychology here. All right, let's go to the gore room.
Let's go to the gore room, they say.
I clearly am not doing a good enough job as a DM. If my player's just like, let's just go to the gore room, like without any sort of worry in the world.
Well, we checked out all the other rooms.
Everything's good.
Shall I go first, Maeve? Is that okay with you, or would you like to lead on?
Hey, have your fun.
I'm actually quite having a lot of fun. May I please see down the hall?
Wait, no, you can't. Oh, you have a torch. Okay, so you see.
I hope you. Would you like me to throw the torch further down the hall?
If you want to throw the torch, you throw the torch. You see.
Oh boy.
Oh, God. 5, 10, 15, 30. That's about as far as your torch is going to let you see, right?
The hall is
Can I see
clear.
past?
The
Can I see
hall.
past his torch area?
With the right angle, you do see kind of another cavern that opens up at the end of the hallway, and you see something passing back and forth in front of your vision, though it's hard to tell from this distance.
I would like to ready Bell
Okay.
in case that's another one of those ice dragons that nearly killed us.
Okay. And what's your trigger?
if it's one of those things that try to kill us.
If it's only an
Like
ice
if I-
dragon?
Yep, that's it.
All right.
All
Or
right,
what if
I
it's
see.
something else that
I
attacks
see
us?
him. I see Davos with readying a spell, and I'm gonna take out an arrow and knock it.
Okay.
Whoa, Maeve, I know it's a dick, but there's no need to freaking put an arrow at me.
It's not pointed at you. It's pointed at the ground.
I tell her to knock that off. And let's go in the cave, buddy.
That's it.
buddy.
Session's over, guys.
I
Thanks for.
follow begrudgingly.
I start to raise the arrow towards you, and then I point it back down at the ground.
Okay. There's a brief moment where Maeve looks at beaming an arrow in between Davos's.
Fair.
All right.
Maybe thinks, yeah, nobody will know it was me.
Okay.
Daquin knows. He's quite the investigator.
It'll be the other archer.
There's only one person in here that uses bows and arrows.
You don't know what I have in my bag.
I don't actually.
I've never I have a slingshot
What's in the
that I've never
box?
used.
A sling. I am traversing down this. I'm narrating all this, by the way. I'm traversing down the hallway, and it is clear.
All right. Clearly, I can't.
Mystical.
Clearly, I can't skip guest sessions with you guys because you get a little antsy when you don't get to play D&D for a while. As you turn the corner, no, I'm just joking. I love it. As you turn the corner, you see the ice in this cave is stained with this pink and red blood on the ground. In the center of the room, this stone tray of butcher's tools, flayed husk of a skeleton, a larger beast. Daquin, you would probably recognize immediately, though others might not. There's like an owl bear skeleton that's been skinned and gutted and stripped of meat. Along the wall, you see these metal hooks, and on them is a large woman, drenched in blood and some sort of makeshift armor hanging from the hooks. Her face is seemingly unconscious and looking down, and in front of her, facing her, is a creature that resembles the frozen zombie-like fiends that you fought before you teleported to this pit. As you turn the corner, the light flickers and shimmers in the room, and it turns and kind of grunts, and you can see it very quickly reach and grab its weapon and turn back at you and begin to run towards you. I need you all to roll initiative again.
Oh, dang it.
Holy shit, she was right.
I'll say you get the arrow off. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Davos, you were only looking for dragons, so what's the play here?
I was only looking for dragons. That feels fair.
Okay, it's the initiative rolls here, so let me get back to
Okay, here, I'll
selectors.
do initiative first. And
Yeah,
then-
that's fine. Either way.
Okay.
Let's see. Go combat tracker, music, combat music. Let's go. Here we go. Back at it.
My initiatives, baby.
Back at 0.
No,
got
you
two
got
this time.
2.
Moving up. You can only go up from here, or up from the last one at least.
80% improvement.
Maeve, so you get your attack off. Did you roll?
Oh, yes, I can do that.
Davos, as you're preparing this spell, although I didn't even ask what spell you prepared, so that's probably on me. You were expecting to see dragons, and because that's what you fought when you first entered this cave, and you see a person, and for a moment your concentration breaks, and you're not able to manifest the spell, and you realize, oh shit, I should have shot this thing. This is one of those these things that attacked us earlier. 20 hits for sure.
Okay. And are we counting this as like?
No, not your first round technically of the fight.
Okay.
So no. But 13's a great
Okay.
roll. You see this arrow pierce the top left clavicle of this masculine creature that looks like it's covered in frostbite, missing bits and pieces of skin. It doesn't even seem like it recognizes it just got pierced by an arrow. It continues to charge forward. Let's see. Descending. Okay, Davos, you're up first.
All right, I am going to. Oh, these are still 10. I guess I'll come over here, and I'm gonna cast.
He's so brave.
With his
Follow me,
20,
friends.
with his 27 hit points, so brave.
That's so bold,
Only
and
six
I'm gonna.
of three attack.
I'm gonna cast Chaos Bolt at first level.
A 12 just misses, as the creature recoils from the arrow, and instinctively looks at what hit it, and in that brief moment, your bolt just flies wide off of its shoulder, over the shoulder.
That's all I'm gonna do.
All right, Maeve, you're up again.
All right, I'm gonna shoot him again, or try.
Love it. And this is your first round of combat, technically, so you get to do
I get
all those crazy things you do.
shot.
14 hits.
Yeah.
You realize this thing has no fucking armor.
So 12 points of damage on that one.
Another arrow. You hear the pop as flesh is pierced in the front torso of this creature.
And then go to 13 hit.
13 hits.
Ooh.
Yeah, these things are meat
9
bags.
points, and then plus the extra D8. So that's 14 points of damage.
Like a porcupine, 3 arrows line the chest of this creature with incredible accuracy. Having shot around Daquin, that's actually pretty impressive.
I'm actually kind of crouching and shooting under his arm.
Oh,
'Cause
good.
That's better. That's more easier in my height
Yeah.
than probably trying to shoot over Daquin.
Having now fought beside him a few times, you realize that he's always got his hands up for some weird reason. Like he's always ready to charge on something. And so yeah,
and he talks with his hands a lot.
a lot. So it's easier just to kind of count them as not being in the way.
Yeah.
And Daquin, you kind of just feel a light tickle as 3 arrows whiz from around your various extremities and pierce this creature in front of you.
I did not consent to this.
Hey, I got a quick question.
Sure.
I've got that Wand of the War Mage that's supposed to give me +1 to my attack rolls, the spell attack rolls.
Did it count? Did you have it? Are you attuned to it and do you have it equipped?
Yes and yes, but I don't see it reflected.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see, well, +6 is
If
what?
that makes, it's my plus my charisma and my.
That's your spell attack bonus, right? What's your
Oh, no,
charisma?
that is.
That's including
no,
it.
Never mind. That's right.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the
because
wrong
you
box.
should be about +5 at that level.
No, you all are right. I was looking at the wrong box.
Cool.
Never mind. Carry on.
No,
You're
that's
great.
good to
job,
check.
everybody.
Good to check. I don't know. Yeah, I guess that would make sense actually. 3 arrow. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. This
Technically,
creature.
it's 2 arrows, but yeah.
Well, I was counting the first one too that you shot before the initiative. So,
oh yeah.
this
arrows.
creature turns and looks at Maeve, and you see it pull out this this similar flail, this black encrusted flail, and begin to charge towards Daquin and Maeve. Before it can, though, this creature hooked to the back of the wall, you see it spring to life, and it looks around at all of you with the hooks kind of in its back, and this dwarven woman wraps her legs and attempts to grapple the creature before it can run with her legs. It's gonna be 2 strength checks. Yeah, and she is able to actually, with these strong, powerful, stout legs, wraps around the creature, and it's swinging wildly, and it can't seem to break free. It's going to instead pull out this this javelin out of the ground and hurl it at Maeve. 15 to hit, Maeve.
15.
Yeah.
It doesn't hit.
15 misses.
Misses.
So you see it coming at you, and maybe Daquin coming at him as well, and he's able to like raise his halberd, thinking it's gonna hit him, and kind of crack the javelin in the air, and pieces fall in front of both of you. It is attempting to like wrestle free of this figure that has it pinned up against the wall. Daquin, it's your turn though. This creature is. I'm sorry, Daquin?
I didn't say anything.
Oh.
Continue on.
No, it's your turn. I just want to check this real quick as it is grappled. Yeah, speed becomes 0. Okay, yep, yeah, okay, good. We're all good.
Yep, I would like to rage as I go up to it. And do I see the flail in its hand?
You do, yeah.
I would like to rip it out of its hand.
Sure, make a strength check. You said you're raging on the way up? Alright, well then you have advantage.
Just a
Can
strength
be-
check?
Athletics. If that's the right call, you know, I don't know. Yeah, sure. Athletics, yeah.
Really, no word. No.
Yeah. You feel this creature has this unnatural strength about it. Like, it's actually very fucking strong. But you're very fucking stronger. So, you're able to rip the flail out of its hand. Then it's kind of like clawing and scratching at you.
Am I able to discard the flail? Or...
Yeah, I'll say it's a free action. You could drop it. It'd be an action to throw it, probably. So I'll say you can drop it. Yeah.
I wouldn't wanna. I'll keep a hold of it then.
Okay. So you had the halberd in one hand. Is the halberd only two-handed?
That is correct.
So you can't do an attack with the halberd while you have the flail.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, but
Anything
the
else?
flail is- I'll attack with the flail. I think I can bonus action.
You bonus action raged already, didn't you?
Yeah, that is correct. Then is my go.
This creature on the that's like pinned against the wall tries to wrap its legs around and just hold on for dear life, and like that's all it seems to be able to do as it's like breathing against some of the hooks on the wall. Dax, you're up.
I'm part of this. Nice. It's been a while.
It's, you know, you keep rolling, you rolls. You can play a rogue the next game.
No, it's
you know.
What game are we playing?
I'm gonna just move up kind of in the middle of everyone.
Okay.
Do a little bless on everyone but me.
Oh, nice. So everyone has what, a D4?
Yeah.
Hey man,
All
you're
right.
the real MVP.
I don't know.
You're
why
my
it
best
doesn't-
friend.
It never takes the damn
Spell slot?
It's Beyond 20. It's because of Beyond 20. I always click the dice instead of the actual cast. Never mind. I got it.
Everyone's
We're good.
everyone's is it 4 or 3 people? It's 3.
3.
Okay.
Up to 3. Yeah.
So you get a D4 on attacks, saves,
Woo.
and
why
ability
does
checks.
bless look like a.
Because I don't have good icons.
Also,
Okay.
you bless the enemy, not Daquin.
No, Daquin just has a massive hitbox.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. Sorry. That's it then.
Okay. No bonus actions. Davos,
That
you're
I
up.
care to use.
Good turn, Daxi.
I wish blessed was like something that you can put in the conditions.
I know,
so that
I
way It
know.
would automatically roll
Yeah,
it.
we-
That would be nice.
We probably could if like I spent time to actually write macros for this game, but that's never gonna happen. So we just gotta remember on the side.
I mean, it's
That's
pretty
fine.
common. It's weird. It should just be there. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd think.
I have
Oh,
Foundry.
no.
I
Oh,
have Foundry, another virtual tabletop I've been meaning to switch us to. Also not going to happen in the near future because it just requires a lot of setup to get it like, you know, going and stuff. But maybe one day.
All good.
I didn't even know this condition
wait.
things existed. That's pretty cool.
Is
Yeah.
is Daquin the one who's blessed right now, or is the guy?
It's Daquin.
Oh, holy cow!
He has a
Queens are
massive.
huge.
He has a massive
yeah.
square.
I
He has
have
a,
a big
he's got a weird ego thing that I tried to fix a long time ago, and so now his square is like
Odd.
Yeah.
super weird. Anyway.
No, I'm gonna play Placid Quinn from now on. See how you all
Yeah.
enjoy that.
Oh, passive Daquin. All right, Davos, you're up.
I am going to cast Chaos Bolt again.
Okay.
Let's do that. Perfect.
16 hits for 11 damage.
Yeah, 11 force damage on this one that Daquin's playing with here.
Okay.
And
You see this creature is looking pretty battered from just the barrage of attacks. But
I'm also going to quicken a spell and cast Mage Hand to grab the what was it, a mace?
the flail that
Flail. Yeah, to take the flail out of Daquin's hands.
how much can it hold?
I think it's 10 pounds, 10 or 15.
I think it's 5.
Is it 5? Let me look. Hang on. How do I? Okay, do this. 10 pounds.
I'll say that's probably fine. Daquin, do you see a spectral hand comes off of Davos and floats around you, reaching for the flail? Do you release it?
I mean, if you want it, can. Yeah. Okay.
And then I'm gonna have the Mage Hand go, I guess, right in front of Daquin.
Okay.
Is the rest of
It is.
movement.
Yeah. Do you see this like spectral hand carrying a flail just kind of floating in front of you, Odaxi?
Sweet.
Anything else, Davos?
No, that feels pretty full for a turn.
Quickening mage hand, yeah. Feel tactical. Maeve, you're up.
Alright, I'm going to squishy squeeze past Adaxi because I feel like trying to shoot through Adaxi is going to be a lot harder than.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. Okay.
So,
Give me an
gonna
ear piercing.
and I'm gonna get around him and I'm gonna try to shoot Mr. Undead Dude.
Okay. All hits. This guy has 13 armor. Oof, low shot. 6 though, it's good. Anything else?
6 damage. No, I think that's it for now.
This creature's gonna try and wrestle free of the person who's like wrapped her legs around him. All right, let's make a contest here. It succeeds, breaking free of the legs. You see the woman on the hooks in the back groan, taking blood kind of starting to now drip from the back of her legs as she swears in Dwarvish. Character breaks free and moves forward in front of a Daxi. Oops, sorry, I'm like moving different people now. In front of Daquin. Man. Alright, hold on one sec. Let me make an intelligence check here. Yep, that checks out. Fucking dead 10, so that doesn't help me in anything I was gonna do. Man, I don't know what the hell this thing is gonna do here. With no weapon, no flail, no javelin.
An unarmed strike.
You're right.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's just gonna kind of like maul out at Daquin. Let me make an attack roll. 14.
Nope.
You just feel this like this figure like barely kind of in this like barely alive, huh?
He has advantage.
Oh, look at you, such a good little Boy Scout. 16.
That hits, yeah.
All right, it just tears at you. You take, I think, 3. You take 9 damage, half. 5, 4. Well, three. Like 3 scratches come at you. So it's 3
Okay.
attacks as it tries to swing out at you ravenously. So you take 4 damage bludgeoning. It's gonna use the rest of its movement to try and like work around you to get to the flail. Here. Daquin, you're up now.
So
And
are these bones protruding out?
they are.
Can I like lift him up and suplex him into it to impale him on these jagged bones that are sticking out of the ice?
Of course you can. Of course you can. Make a athletics check.
Gladly. Oh, it's not that good.
He rolled a 9. So you're able to grapple him, and you can spend like half movement to move him and try to impale him.
Yep.
Sure, I'll roll impale damage because that's a button that I have handy. So let me just kind of make that up. As you spear him on this closest protruding owl bear bone, you can see the bone. He kind of squirms a bit, and you didn't have the best strength roll, so you weren't able to like really position him well. So you catch kind of the.
Oh, don't forget your plus D4.
Oh yeah, you got a plus D4 for
Nah.
bless.
It's a check. It's not a saving throw.
Oh, that's right.
Bless counts to all attacks and saving throws.
But it was a check, it's not a saving throw.
Oh.
It was a saving throw for the creature.
I just thought the check would count as an attack because he's like grabbing him and impaling him.
I have no clue what I'm doing. Serenity, we're making this all up. The owl bear bone like pierces its upper thigh and kind of starts poking through, and you can see him kind of wince for a second and try to pull the owl bear out of its leg. It took some damage. And I'll say he's prone. I'll say he's prone.
I have no idea how much I'm enjoying this.
Hang on, how does prone work with? Hold on.
Yeah, it's so you get disadvantage at range, but advantage for melee. God damn, your tall ass figure. Oh my god.
You can shrink him if you want to.
No, I would never do that to Daquin. You know that. I don't even have a good prone thing anyway.
Bless.
Because I use bless for what I usually use prone for? Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Shut
She's
up, Odaxi. Shut up. This figure tries to wrench itself off of the spikes. It fails horrendously, and you can see more blood start to pour from underneath it. Odaxi.
Yes. Am I near anything? Is this the only enemy?
It's the only thing that's attacking you right now. And it seems like it's hurting pretty badly.
Sacred Flame.
It's prone, so Sacred Flame will be a disadvantage because it's a ranged spell attack.
Oh. It is a saving throw one.
Oh, okay, then you're fine. I apologize. It's not.
Yeah, so 13 dex.
He has this.
9. So roll your damage. 6 radiant damage as the radiant energy starts to coalesce around this figure. You can kind of scream in pain. Yeah, it's getting there. Davos. Oh, I'm sorry, Dax. Did you have anything else you want to do?
No.
Okay.
Then it's time
Yep.
for bees.
Okay. 12.
Nope. He's got to make 13. Eat it.
As he's like reading against this bone in his leg, Sacred Flame against his chest, he opens his mouth to scream, and a horde of bees fly into his mouth and begin to start and you can hear he's like choking and screaming at the same time as they sting him. Anything else?
No, that was plenty.
2 damage.
Yeah. Oh, I moved my mage hand further away, so it's like
Like down this way.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. it kind of sees it and like starts to like reaching for its flail. Maeve, what do you want to do?
I am gonna go run over to, like, I'm gonna go around the guy so I don't get in range of him.
Yeah,
And
sure.
then I'm gonna go over to the woman and, like, try to lift her off the hook. Like,
Yeah, you're able
like,
to.
cup my hand so she can also, like, lift herself, kind of.
Between the two of you, I tell you what, make an athletics check to see how well you can pluck her off of it.
Aw, dang it.
I mean, what else? You can't acrobatics your way up there.
Yeah, I know.
I would like to parkour off the wall.
Okay.
and take-
She's a stout creature. But she's in pain, and you don't know the nature of these hooks, and you're both trying, and she realizes you're trying, and you're working together, and you actually are able to get her off. But you can see that it did some more damage than you intended. So she is on the ground, but she's, she's.
Okay, was that my action?
That would be an action, yeah.
assuming yes?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I think this is an action. Yeah, that's an action. Okay. And that's my turn, I guess.
This creature stands back up and looks at you, Daquin, and begins to come at you. Oh, I'll do a. So 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Another 4 bludgeoning as it like reaches up. It has no weapons anywhere in sight since you were able to disarm it, and it comes at you and just starts scratching and clawing again at your chest for another 4 bludgeoning. It frantically looks around the room for a flail or weapon or anything like that. Daquin, your turn.
I'll give you a weapon. I'm gonna horn it back down.
Okay. That hits for sure. Yeah, as your horns impale it, you push it back against even more of the extruding bone. And so it's got horn in the front and owl bone in the back, and it screams kind of in pain again. It's on its last life. And as such, the character that you helped down, Maeve, it walks over and stands over this creature, pulls out a large piece of bone, and stabs it right in the skull as it's laying on the ground. You can hear it kind of like a breath of life like flash outside of its mouth as it falls to the ground.
She gets it.
She looks around at all of you and kind of wipes the blood like trickling from the side of her mouth.
I'm gonna kind of put my hand out and, like, may I?
She's very, very like sketchily looking around the group here. She kind of gives you a bit of a nod. I think
I cast Cure Wounds on her.
Okay.
It's 11 hit points. And that's my last spell.
That feels much better, thanks. I don't know how much I got in these caves. This one I've been watching Butcher Owlbear for about an hour or so now. Maybe more.
The hell did you get up on those hooks?
Well, he picked me up and placed me there. I think I was next to be disemboweled.
That doesn't sound.
We only
fun.
got one divider in these parts.
Like looks around at all of you. Who are you lot?
I'm Daquin, the Immaculate Horn Sitch.
That's a
As he's cleaning blood off his horn.
mighty fine name.
Or a mighty fine warrior.
Aye, we make it out of this. I could definitely use your help. I'm Torrga. Nice to meet you all. And as she looks around at you all, You can see she kind of like brushes some of the ice and blood off of her armor and kind of stiffens up a little bit and looks around, kind of assessing the situation. You guys see this creature underneath you, impaled with bone from the front and the back. You heard that last sort of breath, like exhale from its mouth. But then you hear it inhale again. Its chest inflates again, and it kind of like rises off, pulling like bits of bone out of like from its back that's still attached to the skeleton of the owl bear. And it kind of looks around at all of you. Its skull kind of
it with my short
fracture in. A sword goes in its side. It kind of chuckles a little bit and looks around.
Damn it.
And that's where we'll leave tonight's session.
Sweet. I'm definitely decapitating this thing into multiple limbs next game.
Alright, well, he's got either 3 or 4 of my arrows sticking out of him.
You're going to need those later.
Yep.
Even Torrga, still almost has her hand on the bone that she used to like stab it in the eye socket. She looks shocked as it like rises out of the ground.
So I'm feeling a bit indifferent about this whole Torrga situation.
Yeah.
Mm.
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 Mm-hmm.
Mm.
What is happening?
I don't know.
All right, I'm killing the feed.